What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Punch. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, whether you're watching us here on YouTube or you're listening in on the audio version wherever you get your podcast, make sure you come back here every Wednesday to see what we're talking about. Kind of like this week's very special episode, we're doing a draft of some of our favorite movie characters, and we're going to see who can form the best team. I am Brody Hanson, joined as always by Charlie Hickman, and we have our special guest all the way from the Everything Goes Back to Movies podcast. You've heard about him, we've talked about him, we've built him up, we've threatened to bring him on. Here he is, Two Dog Dylan.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going, Two Dog?
Everything goes. Talk Punch. Hey.
All right.
Dylan is an old friend, and we love Dylan around here. I will say, you look like you got this professor vibe going on tonight. I'm digging it. You're going to be bringing the knowledge. You have a bookshelf behind you looking smart.
I had to look professional. You see, with ours, our podcast, we don't have a whole lot of visuals. So I had to make it look as professional as possible sometimes.
I think it looks great.
Can I ask you one quick question? Is that a picture of you from college behind you, or is that the crow? I can never tell, because when I met Dylan in college, this is exactly what he looked like. Down to the trench coat and the Brandon Lee hair.
That's, oddly enough, not Brandon Lee or the Crow. That's actually it's an autographed picture of Heath Ledger as the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Charlie wouldn't know because he only saw that movie once and he hated it.
What's The Dark Knight? What's this
Dark Knight.
Joker you speak of? I'm unfamiliar with it.
Oh, Charlie.
You mean the Crow? Okay, the Crow. Yeah, it's like
the only Batman you appreciate is Ben Affleck, sir, and that's the worst thing I could possibly say.
That is the meanest thing that you have ever said to me. So we're off to a good start.
That's true. It's a terrible Batman.
You've wounded me, sir.
That's the one you always defend, though. You have to agree with that. You defend Ben Affleck because you always say Batman is so stupid, anyways, and it's.
I don't want to derail things too quick, but my character is being slandered right now. And Batman vs Superman, I've been quoted on this exact podcast saying it is the worst movie that I've ever seen.
He does hate it. You can go back to our review of the Snyder Cut.
And I will not have I do like Heath Ledger's Joker, so I just want to there's been some misinformation here that is being true. Dispersed.
That is untrue completely. Every time either Brody or I are like, man, the Dark Knight is so on and so forth, and he's like, well, if he's such a Dark Knight, I thought he was gonna not kill people, just not save people. And
all right.
I don't even understand what you just said. We're gonna have a separate podcast.
We've already lost control.
Myself.
We're 3 minutes into the podcast. We've already lost control.
Too many dongs.
We're never bringing Dylan back.
Too many.
All right. Tonight, we are doing a draft. Charlie, explain to the people our draft.
Well, 'tis the season. I just completed my home league's fantasy football draft. There's a lot of drafting going on with the football season right around the corner.
We have
drafts. It'd be fun to do a draft here. Draft beer. Apparently, I'm doing this wrong because you're supposed to smell the beer in a cup. I did not know that.
Are.
So.
Charlie's drinking out of a can. Doggone you.
I know. I'm sorry. It's embarrassment to my family, and I apologize to them.
I agree. Yeah. Apologize to me too.
I'm getting dragged tonight. But so we're gonna have 15 different categories with 5 options. We're gonna be rotating the picks 1, 2, 3. And we're going to be drafting ourselves a team of heroes that will be battling each other. Well, I shouldn't say hero. A team of things and or people and characters. So some of them are real people. So we got some interesting categories. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll basically explain itself as we go. Dylan is our guest, so he gets the first pick. And then it'll be me and then Brody. And then we will just rotate each category. So that's the rules. That's the set. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's draft.
Okay. All right.
Out of a can.
All right. It's hard.
So
So our first category for the Talk Punch draft: 80s action cops. Number 1, we've got Axel Foley. Number 2, we've got Riggs. Number 3, we've got Murtaugh. Number 4, we've got John McClane from Die Hard. And number 5, we've got Cobra from Cobra.
And I get to go first, right?
And you get to go first.
Yep. First pick.
Now, I have to say, I was really thinking John McClane the whole time, but until I heard Cobra, because, Cobra, he doesn't talk to psychos, he just deals with them. He's a disease, and he's the cure, somehow. I'm going to go with Cobra. Cobra, Marion Cabretti. Why they never made a sequel to that one, I don't know. Also, I gotta say, when you texted me the what this was gonna be about, bro, you had like an NFL thing, and I was just like, all I could see was that, and I was like, NFL? I don't even know what that stands for, bro.
Well,
I don't know why you had me.
the NFL starting next week.
Cobra,
We planned this in accordance with NFL starting, so.
I know, so excited.
So
right,
that we can tag
Cobra off the
draft
board
on this video, and then hopefully it'll just get lumped in for the people that are looking for football stuff.
That's
the goal.
All right. So with Cobra off the board, I'm looking at these people. You got your loose cannon, your Riggs. You got Murtaugh, who never actually ages. He's never actually too old for anything. Axel Foley, who is banana tailpipe and sassy and funny and also very good with the firearms. But I gotta go with my boy John McClane, who literally cannot die.
Oh,
so I'm taking my boy there.
Charlie, doggone it.
Unkillable.
Okay. Wait a second. I was petitioning before we started in our pre-production meeting to get RoboCop on this list. And I said we could replace Axel Foley or Murtaugh or Riggs even. Those were like the ones. And you fought me on this, and then you don't even pick them. I could have been left with RoboCop?
Because if you wouldn't have gotten RoboCop, it wouldn't have come to you. Are you serious? Like Dylan would take RoboCop number 1 because he's a cyborg robot who is like an unkillable Terminator machine.
I would
still pick John McClane, and then you would have Cobra on your list.
Yeah, I mean, Cobra is a lot fairer. And
look, if RoboCop slid to me in the number 2 hole, I'm taking RoboCop all day. There's no way you're sitting over there with the number 3 pick. You're not getting RoboCop. RoboCop would be the Christian McCaffrey of this draft.
I don't know that reference.
All my NFL peeps out there, you understand that. He'd be the 101.
Right over my head. Okay.
Let's pick a normal human and move on.
All right, I'll take Riggs.
Man, he's
I'm going to take Riggs.
Riggs.
Yep, I'm taking Riggs.
Riggs is a good one.
Riggs is crazy.
Cobra still
crazy.
takes the pick.
He is crazy.
All right.
All right.
Now I get the first pick.
Category 2. We've got Sith. So we have Darth Vader from any of the Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine. I guess I should be saying the names for all of these, but these are all Star Wars, so I'm not going to list all of them. So we've got Darth Vader, we've got Emperor Palpatine, we've got Kylo Ren, we've got Darth Maul, and we have Count Dooku.
Ooh.
Charlie, you are first up.
I'm not sure there's a bad choice here. If we were just doing this based on who I think is the coolest of the group, I think I'd have to go with Darth Maul, that double lightsaber, his little horns, Ray Park, knocking it out of the park. But since this is my build here, I've got to go with the one, the only. I'm taking Darth Vader.
Oh,
wow!
You mentioned Maul, and I thought you were going Maul. I thought I was going to get Vader.
I really did.
All right, so Maul is out.
No, Maul's in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want Maul?
Vader's out.
Hold on. Sorry, I did the wrong one. I was thinking Maul. I had Maul on the brain.
Amateur drafters
maybe that
over
means
here.
I should take Maul. I don't know. But also Palpatine.
Good.
Because really,
I know, Palpatine.
After this sequel trilogy, I feel like
How many times
the whole
did
thing
Palpatine
was
kill?
was a story about Palpatine.
Really was.
It wasn't a Skywalker saga. It was a Palpatine.
And they knew it the whole time and didn't throw that in at the last minute. That was definitely planned from the beginning.
Okay. He's not my favorite, but if we are drafting for a team based on power, I have to go Emperor Palpatine. So I am taking Palpatine for my pick.
Really? I never ever thought that that you guys would leave Maul clear and free for me like that. I thought I was going to have to settle for Count Dooku, who is, as they know in the Star Wars universe, one of the best
choices
sword fighters there is. However, yeah, no, I can't go past Darth Maul. Darth Maul's a monster.
So none of us considered Kylo Ren there?
No.
I mean,
nobody considered
right.
I consider him a Jedi as Ben Solo.
And I consider him. Wasn't he on the movie?
Is Vader also a Jedi then? Is Anakin? Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense.
If we have a Jedi list, Anakin could be on there.
Yeah.
I'd go Obi-Wan the entire way. I don't care what anybody says. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like the worst Jedi.
And I'll
did
punch you in the throat for
the only Jedi that decides to see what's happening and live. Until he decides
we'll talk
to die.
Jedis a little bit later. All right,
right,
Brody, you get the number one pick this time.
Woo!
So.
All right, for martial artist.
Hey, list them out. I can't see him.
Okay,
right.
Sorry. So we have Jean-Claude Van Damme. We have Chuck Norris. We have Jackie Chan. We have Jet Li. And we have Steven Seagal. Now, Charlie, you made this list. Did you purposely not put Bruce Lee on there?
You know what? Bruce Lee is fantastic. He would have a little bit trouble getting anywhere right now because.
So would Steven Seagal. Just to let you know, like he would need one of those.
He's not dead.
Or something.
Why?
He's not gonna. He's gonna have to take that little go kart all the way from Russia.
Also, Bruce Lee would be so overpowered. I mean, if we're talking prime Bruce Lee, that's
That's
like RoboCop versus the others. I mean, that's not fair.
So are we
He's
having
got
to look at this list based on like today? Or can I?
Look, we'll go primes.
They also were in their primes at around the same time. They're contemporaries.
Who's a contemporary with Bruce Lee?
No, I mean
No, these are all. You're saying these are all contemporaries.
These
are
all. Yeah. So if we did like all of these in their prime, it'd be similar times. It wouldn't be a big.
We can't get everyone on the list. My apologies to Jeff Speakman, who did not make the list.
Donnie, what is it, Donnie Yen?
Yeah, a lot of great martial artists could have made the list. There could be only 5.
Was Brandon Lee known for his martial arts?
He was known for his dad's martial arts. He was known for his acting mainly. So I only said that. I was just kidding.
Hey, rapid fire, underrated.
Hey, quality. All right. So for my pick, number one pick, it's tough. I know who I want. But I'm wondering if I should not go for that guy. If I should go for somebody else.
Well, that is quite a dilemma you've got yourself there.
It is. This is not one that I would want to go first on. I think, though, because it's for my team, it's not who I would personally want. But again, for my team, I have to go Chuck Norris.
Well.
Interesting. Going with the old Chuck Norris facts.
You gotta go with Chuck Norris.
He's able to slam a revolving door?
Yeah, he can do anything.
He was born in a log cabin that he built with his own bare hands.
I've never heard that one.
Good old Chuck Norris facts.
And that's why I have to choose Chuck Norris.
I think that's completely fair. It's none of those facts actually count in a fighting situation. Am I next?
You're next.
Yeah, so you got Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme, or Stevie Seagal.
I'm going to go Jet Li, the most devastating fighter on there.
And that's the one I wanted.
And also, arguably, the strongest actual martial artist on the list. Arguably. I'm not going to say definitively, but definitely arguably.
More than Jackie Chan.
Right, well...
Yeah, Jackie Chan's style, while very good, is primarily for show, even on the stage, which is really not an easy thing to do. Like his training is hard, but it's very showy. Whereas Jet Li with his wushu, he's like a prodigy of wushu. Like,
so for all our listeners, Dylan is a trained martial artist. Hey, I've seen your capoeira videos.
Capoeira, yeah. The worst, capoeira. Yeah. But yeah, though this is true. I have in my youth studied martial arts. Yes. Am I saying that makes me an expert in the field of draft picks? Perhaps.
Hey, more so, you're the most martial artist on this stream. So,
Charlie took a lesson in capoeira. He did.
Oh, I've taken one class, so I don't want to brag.
You almost kicked my head clean off of my body, bro. The whole thing. It was out of here.
All right, Charlie, who's your pick for martial art actors?
This is tough. You got, on the one hand, you got the muscles from Brussels, and in a fight, his ability to do the splits and just dangle his body there is always good. His sardonic wit, his head bob ability. I'm not taking Stevie Seagal. I'm not a fan of the Seagal. I think, you know what? I'm gonna go with Jackie Chan because even though it's showy, he's virtually unhittable. So
That's true.
He can just if you watch any of his films, especially like like those kind of clips where things go wrong. I mean, he is just so fast and he's dodging things left and right. I mean, he's a master evader. And I think that that's exactly what we need. He's going to be a great addition to my squad.
He's good. That's true. Very good. Good pick.
All right, Dylan, first pick back to you.
Okay, so I was actually debating between Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Jean-Claude never even got picked.
I have to say, I think it was a close one because Van Damme, he actually does. It's funny. He has actual martial arts experience. He's done the whole thing. He's a real martial artist. But I mean, when you got people like Jet Li, it's tough. And then you got Jackie Chan, and it's tough.
And Chuck Norris.
You got Chuck Norris, and I mean, it's not
Chuck
quite
Norris
as tough.
Actually fought Bruce Lee. Come on.
A lot of people say that that's some of the best special effects ever. That Chuck Norris actually withstood one punch from Bruce Lee. It actually says it's different than the Chuck Norris quotes, but I'm doing the Bruce Lee legend.
He's Chuck Norris. He's Chuck Norris. All right.
He's Chuck. I know that.
Moving on.
Under his beard, he doesn't have a chin. He's got another fist waiting to strike. I know Chuck Norris and his facts.
You know more than I do.
Unbelievable, sir. Unbelievable.
All right.
Let's Chuck Norris and get on it.
Older cartoon do-gooders.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Mighty Mouse. We've got Underdog. We have The Tick. We have Darkwing Duck. And we have Popeye, the Sailor Man.
Wow.
Why can't I go first on this one? Man.
You pick the order. I don't know.
Who's first in this? Is that me?
That's you again. Yeah,
you're first, man.
Jeez.
Mighty Mouse, Underdog, The Tick, Darkwing Duck, and Popeye the Sailor Man.
Boon.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Darkwing Duck. And it was a tough one, but I'm gonna go Darkwing Duck. That's my boy right there. Yes. Yeah. Just that alone. That's all he has to do on the team. He can walk away after that. That's worth it.
All right, Charlie.
That version of a duck.
This is hard, and my heart wants to go with The Tick. Every fiber of my being wants to go with The Tick because I just absolutely love The Tick. But I'm getting a free Superman character, so I'm just going to go Mighty Mouse because he's essentially Superman in a cartoon mouse form.
Oh, man.
So that's where I'm going. Too much value to pass up.
I didn't think I was going to get him, but I was hoping I was going to get The Tick, and I wound up with The Tick, who is invulnerable. Go watch the cartoon. Nothing can hurt him.
What about his feelings, though? What about his feelings? I'll bet you could hurt his feelings, can't you?
Yeah, did you watch the
my other choice was
I drafted The Tick. I didn't draft Arthur.
Without his spinach.
Did you watch the live action Tick on Amazon?
I watched, I think, the first half of it. I enjoyed it. I'd like to go back and finish it.
Oh, see, the fact that you didn't finish is why it got canceled, bro. Because of you.
Did it get canceled?
Well, yeah, it was 2 seasons, and you didn't watch. You watched half of 1 season. This was 4 years ago.
Was it really?
Where have you been, bro? Where?
They're Like, this guy drafted the tick in his draft, and he won't even watch the show. We're canceling it. We're canceling it.
Hey. I have all the DVDs of the cartoon.
Yeah. When was the last time you pulled them out, though?
That doesn't matter. They don't get money when I play the DVDs. They get money when I buy the DVDs.
They do. That stuff, they get a percentage. That ticks.
No,
every time you press play on your DVD, do you have a smart DVD player? They do, every time. Connect to the internet on your TV, on your Google Home.
Full of baloney.
100%.
Full of baloney. All right, next category.
Now I get first pick.
Wizards. Oh, no. Wizards. All right,
man, I keep getting some hard ones.
We have Dumbledore from the Harry Potter verse. We have Harry Potter from the Potterverse. We have Gandalf. Doesn't specify white or gray, though, Charlie.
And we don't look at race.
Your choice.
Gargamel from Smurfs?
He's not a wizard. Is he a wizard? Is he a sorcerer?
He's a wizard. He's a wizard. In the live action movie, he literally makes the Smurfs in his cauldron.
Oh, okay. Gargamel from the Smurfs and Merlin from historically the King Arthur stuff, but really he's shown up all over the place.
So are we going with the Sword in the Stone version?
You know,
whichever version you want.
When there are multiple versions of a character, you get to choose which version you want. So if you want cartoon, skinny Merlin, go for it. If you want like native,
what they call a wizard blizzard.
Native barbarian Merlin from the Tim Story King Arthur, you can do that.
Well, I'm not doing that, and it's really tempted to take Gargamel. I think everyone was really excited about that being on the list.
Hey, you added it, man. You got to take it.
If I had the number 3 pick, I would strongly consider that. He's a pretty powerful. I mean, he can't catch the Smurfs and eat them, but he's a very powerful wizard nonetheless. Him and Azrael.
Is that what he's trying to do?
I don't remember what his cat's name. Yeah, Azrael.
Yeah. He's trying to eat this. A very dark show. I believe like Gargamel and Azrael are actually names of demons.
They are.
It's a dark show, but hey, we're not here to discuss the Smurfs. Although maybe on a future podcast we can talk about some of these fun facts from '80s cartoons that we watched when we were kids. Man. I'm gonna go Gandalf. I gotta go with my boy. So that's who I'm picking.
I really wanted Gandalf.
All right, bro.
Really?
Well, you can have Gargamel.
You jerk. You can have Gargamel.
I left you the best wizard, and this is what you're complaining here?
Are you saying that
Dumbledore or your boy?
Gargamel is the best wizard?
I mean, he didn't die like I did. Richard Harris.
Yeah, if he was such a great wizard, why didn't you choose him as the wizard then?
And he got recast, in my opinion, in a better role.
I didn't mean like the actor.
Hey, Richard Harris was a fantastic.
Richard Harris was great, but man, was he old. Man, was he old.
He was. Like I just said, it sounded like every one of his lines that he was dying. He was like, that was his last breath.
Yes, I agree.
I just want to be clear. I was talking about the character's death and not the actor who portrayed him. I wasn't trying to burn the actor for dying.
I thought you were talking about the actor.
I did too.
That a-hole died.
Ran off on that. Ran with it.
Okay, well,
all right.
If I'm...
Who are you picking?
Oh, gosh.
If Voldemort was on there, would you pick Voldemort?
No, I wouldn't pick him.
Maybe?
I wouldn't pick him. Harry Potter is a baby. Just decimated him. Harry Potter is...
Well, I mean, he was the most powerful baby wizard of all time. I think that we can all agree on.
I'm honestly, I'm between Dumbledore and Harry Potter, and I don't know which one to pick. It's really tough.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
While you're thinking,
yes,
I'll stall, and I'll address this to Professor Dillon. You're a student of the Harry Potter universe. They're wizards, right? They have all this magical ability.
Yes.
Why does Harry need glasses? They can't fix his eyesight. We have that technology Now, as Muggles, you can go get laser corrective surgery here on planet Earth in reality, and he's got to wear glasses.
Well, it's because
Asiliando or
no,
something.
No. Because he's underage. He's not allowed to use magic when you're underage. Okay, and he lives. He lives in a Muggle house.
Do wizards get braces? Can't they just correcto tito?
Yeah,
well,
maybe
it depends.
I think
it depends. They kind of did that with Hermione. In the books, she had buck teeth, and then she got a curse placed on her where her teeth grew, and so then when they were getting fixed, she had them shrink them shorter than what they were before, so that they were all straight. Because her parents were dentists.
Stories that weren't really in the book.
Her parents were dentists.
They can only use those things if it happens to be cosmetic. They can't do it with actually useful business. That's why they did it with their teeth.
I mean, it's a real liability if, like, he's in a battle with a dark wizard and, like, his glasses happen to fall off and he just can't see. I mean, that's a pretty big liability.
We don't know how bad his vision is.
Go ahead, pick your Harry Potter. Blind Potter over there firing thunderbolts from his wand into the universe. That's what happens. That's what they do.
We don't know how bad his vision is, right? Like,
Expelliarmus.
Okay.
You know, those could have been his older brother's glasses.
Could have been.
He doesn't have it.
All right, who are you picking?
Okay, I am going to pick Dumbledore.
Oh man! All right.
Oh, don't give me that face, Tudong. I saw that.
You teased me when you were saying all these Gargamel and you were gonna pick these other, and I was like, I can get Dumbledore here, but now I've got Harry Potter and.
Pick Merlin. Pick your boy.
Hey,
you know
Merlin,
what? I am going to take my boy.
You know, Merlin's not a bad pick.
You know, bro, you don't have to condescend. That's a good pick.
I am not
The Sword and the
condescending.
Stone came out in like the 60s.
It wasn't.
I'm actually not going to pick
It wasn't one of my options.
Go with Harry Potter, and I hope.
Are you going Harry Potter?
Okay. I'm going Harry Potter, and I hope he loses
Harry
his
Potter.
glasses. I'm going to tell him, get rid of the glasses, sir.
I'm sorry. Can I just tell a quick story, Brody, related to this?
Sure.
The movie The Sword and the Stone has this scene where Merlin becomes a squirrel and has this will they won't they with this other squirrel, and Dylan wrote some kind of like IMDb comment back in the day about it and started a war that lasted like 5 years with this random person online who was so mad, and then
he was so upset.
And they carried the fight over on like 4 different platforms. It was like an IMDb, it was like on YouTube, it was on some person's blog. Just this roll, and I think you can find it actually if you Google some of like the buzzwords about Merlin and the squirrel and
wasn't even
Seal.
Merlin. It was Arthur is what it was. That little girl
I don't remember. It
was not in any way acting like a real squirrel.
I mean, that was
and
like this was like equivalent of like road rage.
She's not a
Dylan
good
made an
character.
internet comment, and it just spiraled into this guy who just would not let it go. And then Dylan, he's a little bit antagonistic when people don't let things go. So he didn't exactly diffuse the situation. But I've never seen. I mean, like I guess nowadays it's not like a shocker. But I mean, at the time, this is the most angry I've ever seen anybody over a cartoon. Nowadays, everyone gets mad about cartoons. But
everyone gets mad about
back
everything.
then, back in my day, Richard Harris.
I'll tell you, bro.
Anger.
It's true. Even I was kind of surprised by it. After a while, I lost by any sort of actual feelings about it, and I actually was like, it's clear that this individual worships my thought process. So I'm going to make him feel good about his whatever he's trying to do. And I was like, that's excellent, sir. Oh, he got mad.
Was it based on? Was it in a review or something, or what was it?
No, it was the comments on a YouTube thing, on a YouTube video.
Oh, on a YouTube. Oh,
I was like, oh, this squirrel.
I'm looking at IMDb right now, and
character, and I'm like, squirrels don't make
IMDb got rid of the comment section, unfortunately, so it's not there anymore.
Oh, gotcha.
You want to know, bro? You want to know what's really funny is yes, when I would go on to some of those things and never comment. He would sit there if somebody was arguing. He's like, I think I know who this is, and if this is you, and I was reading all of this, I was just like, like that. He thinks he's arguing with me. I'm not even doing anything.
Tudong, such a troll. Such a troll, Tudong.
Yeah, you'd have to be nuts to argue about squirrels, though. All right, let's move on.
All right, we're moving on.
Brody, you get a great first pick here. You complained about your last first pick. This is
now we're going to kaiju.
First pick of the night.
So we've got Godzilla, we've got King Kong, we've got Mothra, we've got Mecha Godzilla, and we have King Ghidorah. I think that this is an easy one. I am going Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
I'm surprised that Mega Godzilla is on there as a kaiju, and technically isn't he more of a Jaeger because he's mecha? He's mech suit.
Charlie made this list.
Rodan?
Take it up with him.
Technically, yes, but also he's awesome, so I wanted him on the list. So there you go.
Am I next?
We fudged it.
Am I next?
Yeah, you're next.
I'm going to go with King Ghidorah.
Oh,
Ghidorah. Monster Zero.
Interesting.
He has no arms, but he has 3 heads.
I just watched Godzilla versus King Kong for the second time the other night with the kids. That movie is so fun. Charlie, I can't believe you didn't like it. Go back and watch our review of that movie.
I didn't not like it. You can watch our review. I just didn't love it as much as you did. I like plot and I like character development, and these are things that just aren't. Anyway, okay, so you guys took my top 2 picks. So I had King Ghidorah locked and loaded because I figured Godzilla was gonna go, and now, you know what? I'm gonna go off the board here a little bit, at least off my draft board. If I was power ranking these, I'm gonna probably take my 5th. Like the least powerful here because I think he fits my team construction the best. And I'm going to go with King Kong.
Ooh.
Even though I think he's the weakest on the list.
I'm surprised you didn't go Mecha Godzilla.
I like him on my team.
I'm kind of surprised too. I almost went with Mega Godzilla.
No. I gotta have the Kong. I feel like you're gonna see once my whole team is built out. He's gonna fit really nicely in there.
I forgot
we got a plan. We got a plan building, boys.
All right. Next up.
Also, he almost beat Godzilla 1-on-1. I'm just saying.
Who? Almost. King Ghidorah?
King Kong.
King Ghidorah. Ghidorah. Monster Zero.
All right. Next up, we have 80s action villains. We have Hans Gruber. We have Chong Li. We have Clubber Lang, Ivan Drago, and Johnny Lawrence.
So for those of you who may not be familiar with some of these 80s films, Hans Gruber is from Die Hard.
Yes.
Chong Li is from Bloodsport. Clubber Lang is from Rocky 3. Ivan Drago is from Rocky 4. And Johnny Lawrence is from The Karate Kid.
Who goes first this time?
You do, Dylan.
Tudong.
You're welcome, sir.
Chong Li is Bloodsport, you said.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the I must break you.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Lundgren. I'm gonna go with one of the strongest villains in Rocky history. The one who comes all the way back 20, 30 years later, probably maybe 40, in a whole other sequel without him even fighting. And for some reason, he got into tremendous shape along with Sylvester Stallone because he can't do a movie unless he's in tremendous shape, meaning Sylvester Stallone. But I'm going to go with Ivan Drago because that guy is nuts. Mm-hmm. I would have loved to have seen him go against Clubber Lang. That would have been a fun fight.
This is an easy one for me, and I'm looking at my list here, and I'm looking at my personal power rankings here, and I'm going Chong Li, baby.
Oh,
because not only could he whoop you in a fight, but he could blow some serious sand in your eyes. He's got a whole bag of tricks. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to play a little dirty. Also, he was just Mbolo Young. He's great. Everything that he did was great.
He was jacked in Bloodsport, man.
Oh man!
All right. And Enter the Dragon, he like eviscerated guys, like the whole bunch of guards, and that was in Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, where Bruce Lee was out overshadowing everybody. He still just trashed all of the guards. So yeah, it's a good choice. Good choice.
All right. Well, this is an easy one for me.
You going Clubber?
I'm going Clubber Lang. Yep.
I
That's kind of who I wanted, and so that worked out. Hans Gruber, great mind, but I'm not sure I want him on a team like that.
Ivan Drago would break him.
Ivan Drago was a great pick, too, dog. All right, next up, we have Avengers so the Marvel's Avengers, but only the Avengers with no powers. Okay, so in that we have Tony Stark, we have Nick Fury, we have Falcon, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. And Charlie, you are first up, my friend.
Oh, hey, I got a question. These are the ones without their powers. Does that mean they don't get all of their equipment? Do they have any of their equipment? And because I mean, with Tony Stark, I'm not saying he needs his equipment, but even some of his equipment is pretty good. So what are we talking? Like
Tony Stark, and I'm taking his equipment.
So we're including equipment.
He does have excellent equipment. You next, bro, right? You next?
I am next. I think Charlie froze a little bit. At least he froze on a smile, though. Look at that handsome face. Look at that. It's like a headshot. Look at that. My goodness. What a handsome fella. All right. I hope he comes back.
He can't argue with that.
Okay. My
That's
pick, now that Tony Stark is gone, because that would have been my first pick.
Would have been my first pick, yeah.
So we've got Nick Fury, Falcon, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. I could take Hawkeye just to annoy Charlie. Hawkeye's pretty good.
Why would that annoy him?
Charlie can't stand Hawkeye in the MCU.
Really? Why not?
Oh, I don't know.
I never knew this.
I don't know. He can't stand him. I don't know.
Are you going with Hawkeye?
I don't know if it's a Jeremy Renner thing or if it's Hawkeye the character thing, but it's like Charlie's least favorite MCU character has got to be Hawkeye. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. There are such dumber actual from the MCU. What happened?
Charlie said that his internet just crapped out. I'm going to see. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Hey, there he is. Hey, man, it froze on like the nicest headshot smile of you.
It really did, man. It was
this really great picture of you. I was like, hey, man, if it's gonna freeze on anything, it might as well freeze on like a really good picture. So.
Oh man. Oh, that was fun. All right, so sorry, my internet dropped there. So.
Okay. Now, Charlie, I was explaining a little bit about how Hawkeye is your least favorite MCU character. Would you say that is accurate as your least favorite MCU character?
I want to be clear, the MCU specifically, and not like Marvel as a whole, because I actually really do like the Hawkeye character. I don't like Jeremy Renner, and I don't like his rendition of Hawkeye, and I'm not excited for the Hawkeye TV show. And he should have been the one who got thrown off that cliff, not Black Widow. She should have just literally picked him up and tossed him off the edge. Missed opportunity.
Are you saying, though, that you think that that's a worse character than, let's say, Gamora, who has said, hey, Star-Lord, if Thanos gets me, you have to kill me. That's how serious this is. What we're going to do is, our plan is to go to Thanos.
Well, look, we're gonna do that's bad writing. So I don't blame Gamora for that. That's just some of this. So there's some holes in the way some of these scripts are written, I don't hold that against her.
What about Scarlet Witch in that case? Who is like, I am the most powerful Avenger there is. But what I'm going to do is nothing very important, and I'm going to be fooled at every single turn. Thanos, the only thing that made sure that they won in Infinity War is because they're like, hey, guess what? Surprise, surprise. All we had to do is wait for her to get onto the field. Now we can just go ahead and do whatever we want. and they did.
All right.
So what you're describing here,
we will save this.
Are holes in the writing and the plot. Not like faults of characters. Did you watch WandaVision? I mean, Scarlet Witch is fantastic. Elizabeth Olsen, she's great.
I'm not saying I don't like the actress.
Hawkeye?
I'm not. And I'm also not saying I don't like the character. I actually love what they did in that TV show because they made her a full-on villain in that thing where she tortured.
Whoa!
Manipulated.
She's not full-on villain.
I
wouldn't say full-on villain.
We are getting so far off topic. We're getting so far off topic. We will save this for when we rank the MCU as a whole. We can talk about this.
Okay.
Or MCU characters or whatever we want to do. Scarlet Witch is not even a part of this. Right now we're going off of...
We're going to wait for her to leave because that's how stupid she is. Turns out, there she is. But
we're going to go through
your choice.
Marvel Avengers with no powers. So this Scarlet Witch is nowhere on this list. I am going to go Nick Fury. He's got the resources. Man, he can pull anything together.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? In that case, it's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
I'm going to go with Black Widow because the only one who could in fact kill her is herself.
Tudong, did you see the Black Widow movie?
No, and that's probably why I'm so comfortable with that decision.
Oh, it was fun. All right.
It was good. It was good.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
I'd like to see it too.
I liked it. All right, moving right along, we've got the Justice League. All right.
And I'm so glad I get third pick because now we get to see where your fandom really lies because you guys have talked a big game about a certain Justice League member for a long time. And now here you are with a chance to prove it. And I don't think you've got the guts. Show your tattoo, Brody. Show your true colors.
I don't have a tattoo, but you give me first draft pick, bro, and I'll show my colors right away because I know exactly who I'm going to pick. And it ain't Ben Affleck. Let me tell you that right now.
Okay.
Picking Brody.
So when we make these picks, we get to have whichever universe we want, right?
I mean, within reason, I would say.
What do you mean within reason? Are these comic book Justice League or are these movie Justice League?
I would say that, like, if there's some version of, like, let's say, The Flash that exists in some obscure comic book where he also has the ability to, like, shoot laser beams out of his butt and fly and he can swallow worlds, that's not the Flash that we're talking about here. But
he's not talking about
the Flash. We're talking about like a, so you can't pick like a Batman that also suddenly has superpowers. We're talking about Batman. He doesn't have to be like played by Ben Affleck or Michael Keaton or the comic books or the cartoon Batman, but like the spirit of the character of Batman I think is essential. You can't just go, well, I pick the one that can do the things that Batman actually can't do.
Come on, bro, you're the first pick, right?
You ain't doing it. You don't got the guts.
You're gonna leave the whole thing clear for me to pick Batman.
Just say Superman and move on. You don't have the guts to pick your boy.
Oh, why am I?
Get your tattoo removed,
bro. Leave me right there, cause I'll take it. Come on, bro.
I'm taking Batman. I'm taking Batman.
Come on,
I got it. Give me Batman.
Oh, you're copping out. You didn't want Batman.
Give him to me.
Just took him because you got peer pressured.
Give me Batman. Right. And this is the comic book Batman. Okay? Not from any of the movies. Comic book Batman. Like including Tower of Babel. Okay? Where he took out the entire Justice League. Come on now. Come on. All right, Tudong.
All right, Dylan. You got the best choices still left. Brody took number 5 ranked.
Okay,
so you have the top 4 choices are still on the board.
Superman,
Wonder Woman,
Aquaman's in there.
I'm all right. Well, if you're gonna steal Batman from me, bro, I'm gonna go Superman.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Oh, Charlie, you don't even like Superman.
You dislike Superman more than you dislike Batman. And you hate Batman.
Whoa. I dislike emo, brooding Snyder Superman who's like,
No,
what does it all mean?
You have
So
never
bad.
liked Superman.
What does it
even
all
in the
mean?
comic books?
He can't pronounce those kinds of words. He can't say such
even
short words.
even in the comic books, you have talked about how his comic books are not interesting because he has no weaknesses aside from kryptonite.
I don't like the inconsistencies with which they approach his weaknesses, where it's like he's invincible, and then like because it's convenient, they're like, well, and now he's not so invincible, and that there's this endless supply of kryptonite in the universe, even though the planet was destroyed, and that his main arch villain is just a guy who looks an awful lot like you, Brody, without a beard, who just happens to be wealthy. It's like the most boring supervillain for Superman, because he could literally flick him with his finger, and he would just fly to a different universe. But anyway, I like the character. There's just certain things about the way that certain stories are told that rub me the wrong way. I am taking Wonder Woman. That's my girl. She's better than all of your choices, and my team is looking really strong.
Batman defeated her in Tower of Babel, by the way.
You know, Batman
in one make-believe comic
a couple of times.
No, not
that
a
one lends any kind of
make-believe.
credit. It's not canon.
How dare you? Where is
I'm not saying you're making the comic up. I'm saying it's like basically the equivalent of Marvel's What If.
All Batman would, the only thing Batman would have to do with Wonder Woman,
Justice
the
League
moves.
in canon story where Batman defeated the entire Justice League because he had files on everybody.
Allow me to now strain myself, rolling my eyes at the idea that this guy, random human guy, could take out any member of the Justice League. Did you? All right, so I'm like that almost pushes my eye roll to the limit. I mean, it's just like I can't even get enough eye roll in there. Batman is not capable of taking out any of the members of the Justice League, and the only way that he could ever even attempt to do it would be through subterfuge and surprise, and then it would not work. Look, you can show me all the pictures you want, yeah. And there's a comic book where Captain America, who's been in like decades of comic books, walks out of a courtroom and gets shot in the head because apparently no one had ever thought of just shooting him in the head before. After decades and decades of Captain America decimating his enemies, someone's like, hey,
he didn't get shot in the head, he got
from
shot
far
in the heart.
away.
He got shot in the heart, Charlie.
Whatever. Gun from far away. I mean, come on. And you're going to say, well, Captain America, gun from far away, that's the one weakness he had? Bullets. No one thought of it. Guy battled in war. You're telling me one guy with a sniper rifle from far away? No one had ever thought of a sniper rifle?
All right. Moving along.
By the way, how easy would it be to kill Batman? He'd kill himself accidentally trying to fight Wonder Woman.
Nope. All right. Moving along. We've got Jedi. So we've got... Oh, yeah. There you go, Tudong. Represent.
That's all I said.
One punch on Superman's chin from Batman's fist. His fist is shattered. His bone is like... It would just be like little pieces of like fragments of bone in his hand.
But
how do people punch Superman anyway?
Is that after he hit Superman, it's Superman's face that was fragmented bone.
See, these are the inconsistencies that bother me. Superman can fly through a building and no one bats an eye, but someone punches him and he's like, "Oh!"
But wait a minute,
like,
wait a minute.
Oh no, my jaw!
You can't just say someone punched him. It's Batman that punched him.
Yeah, someone who's roughly as strong as the three of us punched him in the jaw.
The three of us put together?
I think he's stronger than us.
The three of us put together.
I think he's stronger than us.
Look, I have never broken my back, so I'm right there. Boom. I could outbench Batman, easy.
You could outbench Batman.
But he healed.
I'm stronger than Batman for sure.
Charlie,
I could beat up Batman. Look, who would I last longer in a fight with, Batman or Superman?
Probably
you.
Superman.
If it was you, then
who?
Superman.
Me fighting.
Yeah, see, because Superman wouldn't actually want to fight. So he'd be like,
no, but then that's not a fight. Then that's not a fight. You're talking about the ethics. Now we're talking about something totally different. If everyone's in on the same page and we're fighting, who do I last longer in a fight with? Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, Superman, or Batman?
The longest would probably
fist
Flash.
Fight. In a fist fight, Flash could go faster than the speed of light and punch me in the face, and I'm dead. That fist is through my skull. Batman can punch me and I'd be like, ow, that kind of hurt my jaw.
No,
Now
but
I'm
he
really
would know
upset,
where to
and
punch
we would
you
fight.
to kill you instantly if he wanted to.
Yeah. You know, if
You'd have to get
Superman
close
was
enough to
deep
do it.
powered,
I
he doesn't have
could
any
literally
skills.
outrun him and then try to kick him. I could pick
You
up a
could
heavy rock
outrun
and I
Batman?
could throw it at him. Yes! Have you seen the size of the costume he wears? I'm unencumbered. I'd be wearing short running shorts and like a tank top. And he's over there going like, I'm wearing 40 pounds of bat armor.
I'm just picturing you
don't
running
forget,
down
he's
your
got the
green
villains
belt.
they fight.
You gotta go with like
Look at the. Did you watch the Justice League where Superman's going crazy and they're all fighting and Batman can't even arrive at the fight until it's been going for 20 minutes because
that was
he's
Ben
running
Affleck
on foot?
Batman. That was Ben Affleck Batman. The
But it's
dumbest
realistic.
Batman
I'll be
of
there in
all
20
time.
minutes. I should have ordered an Uber.
How
I'm
did
just a regular
Aquaman
guy
get
in a
there?
weird suit.
How did Aquaman get there?
My
so
parents
fast?
died when I was young.
My parents died when I was
All right.
young.
Get out of
All
here.
right.
All right.
This,
Jedi.
This will be a good discussion for our Batman episode. So, moving right
Nice, you're gonna have a
along.
Batman episode?
Moving right along to the draft. Next up, we have Jedi. We have Luke, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rey,
Yeah.
Palpatine, and Osaka. All right, I
Osaka?
believe that
Ahsoka.
Sorry.
Ahsoka, yeah, okay. Ahsoka, okay, yeah. Why is Palpatine on there?
It's not Luke, Yoda, Obi-Wan, Rey, Ahsoka.
I said Rey
Who's
Palpatine
first?
because that's her name.
Oh, Ray Palpatine. Got it. Isn't it Ray Skywalker now?
Sure.
I did definitely see that third, whatever that was.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that like the last line she says, as a matter of fact?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ray Skywalker.
All right, well, Two Dog, you are up for first draft pick.
I'm going to go with the longest lasting Jedi besides Yoda because I'm never going to ever choose anybody besides my boy Kenobi.
I knew I wouldn't get him because I was last. I wanted him.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want the Jedi who single-handedly lost the most fights by a Jedi in cinematic history?
You were just
Someone lost more fights than good old Obi-Wan.
Powerful than you ever think or something along those lines. Anyways, go right on ahead.
I hope the show is cool because I like the idea of Obi-Wan, but he has been like severely disappointing in
He's
battle.
a general.
And he trained like the worst Sith of all time. I'm just saying, his resume when you look at it, like how fast he gets knocked out of like almost every Jedi battle up until Revenge of the Sith. I mean, he single-handedly gets Qui-Gon Jinn killed because he can't keep up. I mean, the whole Obi-Wan. Anyway,
fault. That was Qui-Gon Jinn's fault. It wasn't Obi-Wan's. That was his own fault. He should have known better. He should have gone along with him instead of going by himself. That's a shame. And you know, it actually, even one of the best lightsaber duelists, who I'm kind of surprised isn't on this list. The guy like Samuel L. Jackson played him. Like now I can't
Mace
remember his
Windu.
name.
Mace Windu.
Yeah, he was arguably one of the best, if not the best, besides Count Dooku as a duelist. And even he said that the style that Obi-Wan uses, he doesn't even say you're a master of it. He says you're the master of it. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a highly defensive style where he lets the person kind of go at him, and then he kills them. Unless it's Darth Vader, in which he becomes even more powerful.
Or unless he's getting thrown across a room and getting like a catwalk dropped on him, and then he's like just unconscious for like an entire fight. But whatever.
It was a strategy, and it worked.
I agree with that.
Nobody plays dead like Obi-Wan.
That's right.
All right,
Nobody
Charlie.
plays. The best kind of stuff.
So look, this is a tough one. This is a really hard one. Do I go with someone who has the potential to be truly great? Like Rey and Ahsoka, they're on the upswing. They were young Jedis in their appearances. We don't even know what Ahsoka's been up to, but she was doing something fantastic after the Clone Wars, because when she appeared in I think all of our favorite Star Wars TV shows, I know that's a safe thing to say, right?
I think it's the only
No.
Star Wars
Yeah.
TV
Okay, anyway.
show. I mean,
Clone Wars is literally a Star Wars TV show.
Aside from the cartoon. Sorry, aside from the cartoon.
All right. Fair enough. I'm excited to see what they do with her character because I've always felt like she was like just so amazing. I want to see more out of her. And Rey is on an upswing, coming out of that last battle. So who knows what kind of abilities she has. But gosh, I just think I gotta go. I'm going Ahsoka.
Ooh, bold.
I'm taking the upside. I'm taking the young upside. Her story is not yet written. She's got more living to do. Everyone, Luke, Yoda's dead. Yoda couldn't even stop the clones rebelling. I will say that he didn't die to blaster fire, which I guess, was pretty rare for Jedi. So that's good.
All right. So if we didn't have the sequel trilogy, then it would have been Luke all the way.
Had to be Luke, of course.
Luke would have been the easy choice, but with the way that the sequel trilogy kind of had Luke's end play out,
I believe you mean ruined the character of Luke. Yes,
I don't know that I can go there. So I am going to go Yoda. He lived for
nine. He fought Palpatine. He didn't technically lose, but he decided, I'm going to leave anyway.
Yeah, failed. He has isolation. He
failed.
Must go.
Failed.
Jump I must.
Man, he lived for 900 years. Come on. Who else lived for 900? Who else on this entire list has lived for 900 years?
600 years of it was in a swamp.
Oh, not 600
Ahsoka and
years.
Rey
It was like
for 900 years.
870 years or something. 880 years. Okay. Moving.
Obi-Wan could still be alive if he hadn't just let Vader kill him for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
So
I get first pick now, right?
We have robots. So this is
robots.
So we have the Terminator from the Terminator. We have Wall-E from Wall-E, Inspector Gadget from Inspector Gadget, C-3PO from Star Wars, and Iron Giant from the Iron Giant. Charlie, you are up first.
I'm tempted to go with C-3PO here, just so I have a protocol droid who can communicate with all my various team members, help organize and strategize. I think there's something to that. But instead, I'm going to go with the being that has the knowledge of the future. Give myself the Terminator.
I was hoping. I was like...
He already knows.
I was like, which of these is the best choice for a battle? Well, yeah, the Terminator.
Yeah!
All right, well...
All right, Dylan... Or Brody.
No, I'm up next.
Brody got number 2.
I'm up next. I got to go...
Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum.
I don't know if Inspector Gadget is the right choice. I just... I don't know. Okay, I am going to go... I'm going to go Iron Giant. Because he can turn on that aggression mode and take a lot of people out.
It's true. Good choice. It's a good pick. Dylan, you got three great choices.
All right,
a lot of firepower on.
You go.
For those of you who are only listening to this as a podcast, my 3 choices are Wall-E, Inspector Gadget, and C-3PO. One is kind of like a trash compactor droid. The other's a protocol droid, and the other is an inspector with
roller skates.
I'll go with Inspector Gadget. I'm going to go with cartoon Inspector Gadget. Yes, Inspector Gadget.
Not Matthew Broderick, Inspector Gadget?
I'm not going with Matthew Broderick.
Go, Gadget skates.
He already had skates in the cartoon, and he had a much better actor for doing his voice. I can't remember what his name is, but I believe I forget. He played Max Smart in the TV show Get Smart. That's who played his voice.
Don Adams.
Don Adams. That's right. Yes. Based on his vocal acting alone, I will go with Inspector Gadget and Don Adams. And I really wanted to hear. I want to see it. I want to see Claw with his cat. Somehow that's the closest I'll get there. There we go. Yes.
All right. We are moving
Brody,
along.
This is a good category for a first pick here.
80s horror monsters. So we have Chucky from Child's Play, Freddy from The Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason from Friday the 13th, Michael Myers from Halloween, and Pinhead from the Hellraiser series.
Oh, nice.
Brody, you're up first. What you gonna do?
I know, man. This is a tough one, actually. I'm between two.
Mm-hmm. And who are they?
I am between Freddy and Jason, honestly. Pinhead.
Well, only one.
I didn't see enough Hellraiser movies to really know Pinhead very well. I'm familiar with the character, but haven't really seen much of him. Michael Myers, I was never really a fan of the Halloween stuff. And Chucky, it's fine. I think
by far he has some of the best quips, though.
Oh, sure. And if we were going,
if we're going based solely on quips, he has at least the most.
Sure.
But if you recall, bro, that in Freddy versus Jason, well, I mean, Jason technically won.
I also saw Jason X, which was Jason in Space, and that movie was so bad. It was so bad.
That's one of those movies that you should know it's bad going in. Like,
I mean, it was so bad.
That's one of those where you gotta.
Jason X was so bad that I have to choose Freddy. I'm going Freddy Krueger.
I'd like to throw one little thing out there, bro. If you consider Jason X versus Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, I would say that Jason X is by far superior. Even though I still also
Jason X versus Sever.
X versus Sever, yeah.
So who's your pick? Are you going Jason, or are you going somewhere else, D?
You know what? I'm gonna go with a bit more supernatural. I'll go with Pinhead.
Oh,
I also would love to see a fight between Freddy and Pinhead. And he also, by the way, I don't know if you realize this, but he was going to be one of the endings of Freddy versus Jason. They were going to have some chains coming out, and they were going to separate them, and he was going to come out and be like, "Boys, what seems to be the trouble?" So he would have been like a ref. He's like, I can handle these guys by myself.
I don't think
along with all the sadomasochism that I do, the exquisite pain.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Hellraiser. Now that I'm so familiar with the character, and I know that there's a lot of Hellraisers, but I don't know if I've ever seen the movies or not.
They're not great. I saw them. They're not nearly as fun as, let's say, Nightmare on Elm Street movies or Friday the 13th, and they're a lot lower rent. That's why they didn't do it. They didn't want to have him be like a ref to kind of seem like he's above both of them, because they kind of figured he's a little bit too low rent. But I mean, he's pretty good. I've seen several of them. They were not great. But I definitely would.
I made my selection.
I would have gone Freddy first.
Charlie, you're going Jason. I think that's an easy pick.
I got my
for
third
you.
choice here.
I think that's an easy pick for you.
Yep.
Charlie,
All right. Dylan, you're up next.
Just out of curiosity, what would have been your first choice if you were up first?
Pinhead.
It would have been Pinhead.
Pinhead. He can literally conjure anything from air, and he has like mind control powers. I mean, he just the dark arts.
Gotcha.
Oh no, Pinhead.
Oh.
I mean, Freddy can, he's got a lot of power, but in dreams,
Sure.
That's true. That's very true.
In a fight is kind of useful if everyone's sleeping, but, if everyone's awake.
That's true.
All right.
Wait till they all fall asleep.
So our next category is Squad.
I don't know why Freddy's doing this with his little knife.
It's because this is the talk punch thing. Everybody does this. They just do this.
It is. Even Freddy.
And Freddy's like this.
I'll see you in your dreams. All right, so Dylan, you get
all right.
First.
So out of Squad,
Squad,
we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we have the Power Rangers, we have the A-Team, we have Voltron, and we have the Suicide Squad.
Wow. So the A-Team, the Suicide Squad,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, A-Team, Voltron, and
Voltron.
Suicide Squad.
Wow.
Stop.
I'm gonna go Voltron because that's a giant robot that would step on everybody else.
Isn't
Yeah.
Power
Yeah.
Rangers
And
the same
they-
thing?
No, not even close. Are you kidding me? They aren't kaijus, and even if they were, they're not nearly as sophisticated as Voltron.
they have the vehicles that come together to make the Megazord.
It's very cute. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right, Brode. It is adorable.
This is an easy second pick for me. And Brody, I'm about to break your heart. Give me them turtles.
So Tudon chose Voltron. Charlie chose Ninja Turtles. Why'd you take Ninja Turtles, man?
They're the best. They're heroes in a half shell.
They are the best.
Pizza for everyone.
That would have been my pick. Man.
You know, I never actually had heard the term turtle soup until I saw that cartoon and they would talk about that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Voltron would turn them into turtle soup.
Yeah.
Heroes in a half shell like oysters.
Oh.
They just slurp them and eat them. That's what Voltron does.
I know what you're gonna pick. Just pick it.
I am going to pick the James Gunn Suicide Squad. Because I enjoyed that movie.
All right. Well, there you go.
Nathan Fillion is in that.
He is. Oh,
That's me supporting you, bro. That's me supporting you. Nothing tops Nathan Fillion. He
does die quickly in the movie, but yes.
He could beat up Superman. Not the character, Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion, if you're watching this, you can take down Superman all by yourself. Come on.
It's true. All right. Next up, we have video game icons. So we have Mario, Sonic, Link from The Legend of Zelda, Samus from Metroid, and Pikachu from Pokemon.
Gosh. I kind of wish I didn't have the first pick for this one.
I'll take it. If you don't want.
I was just discussing this with my kids today. I was asking them various pairs of video game icons and who they thought was the most powerful. And I got to go with my kids' power rankings. They told me number one was a little blue hedgehog named Sonic.
Oh.
So I am taking...
I'm surprised you didn't pick Pikachu. You're a Pokemon guy.
I want Pikachu, but he's not without Ash. You got to have both. It's like Mario without Luigi. It's very sad. My heart wanted Pikachu, but my kids said Pikachu was third.
Oh, third. Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, they put him underneath Mario, unless it was Pikachu and Ash, in which case they elevated him to second.
All right. So then
straight power rankings from my kids.
I'm up next. I'm gonna go Samus. Man, she is awesome. She is a warrior. She can kick butt. Samus is my pick.
Who?
From Metroid. Samus from Metroid.
Dylan's never played a Metroid game. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
That's good, because my first choice would have been Link.
The little kid.
Give me The Legend of Zelda, The Adventures of Link, any day.
The little kid.
Ocarina of Time. He's not a little kid. He's not a little
He is
kid.
a little kid.
In Adventures of Link, he's an adult.
He's a little kiddish. He's not a grown man like me and Mario. Why did you pick up Mario?
He's got the shield. He's got the Triforce. He's got the sword. He's got Zelda. He's easily one of my favorite video game characters. So I would have gone with Link if I had my first choice even.
All right. Well, it sounds like maybe we all got our first choice then. All right, Brody, this is our last category, and you get the first pick.
Our last category are the Universal Monsters. Okay, so we've got The Mummy.
Sorry, you're not going to read them this time?
Sorry, I was checking a text message. We've got the Mummy.
Oh my goodness.
We've got Count Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein. I combined Frankenstein and Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster, which is actually what it should be, is Frankenstein's monster, and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Well said, Brody. You made it through. Which one are you picking? What's your number one?
My number one. It's got to be Count Dracula.
Oh, you can't. You're not going to go Wolfman. Look at your beard. Look at your beard. You are the Wolfman.
I'm missing a lot of hair, Charlie, to be the Wolfman. There's a lot that's not here.
You redirected it, bro. You redirected it is what you did.
Exactly. It migrated. It just came from there to there. That's no big deal.
You think Count Dracula didn't wear a wig?
I mean, technically, you have more hair on your head than either me or Dylan.
That's very true. Very true.
I don't know about that. Whoa!
Didn't even realize it. This whole time, folks, Dracula has a wig on and you didn't even know it.
Little Easter egg here for you. If you've made it this far in the video, congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
All right. Hey, next episode, I'll pull mine off.
Oh, man.
All right. So, Dylan, you're up. Who you taking?
What is that first one?
So, The Mummy.
There's
The Mummy, Count Dracula, Wolfman,
sheesh.
Frankenstein, or the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I would have picked Count Dracula so fast. See, if you have, like, Frankenstein, he's like a lumbering, slow... He probably would even make it to the fight. Now, the Wolfman would be good, but he's kind of just like an animal. He'd just kill anybody. We don't even know. And so would the creature from the Black Lagoon. The Mummy wouldn't even get there again, because Boris Karloff just cannot walk very quickly, and he plays both of those. I'll go with I'm gonna go with Wolfman. Wolfman, yeah.
No, that's the one I wanted. All right. Well, you've left me with some interesting choices. I think I am going to go with the creature from the Black Lagoon.
That's good. That's a good choice.
And I think I can make it work for my squad. I'm just going to call him Creature Lagoon because there's not enough space here. So
That's fine.
Creature Lagoon. All right, so let's recap. So Dylan's squad is Cobra, Darth Maul, Jet Li, Darkwing Duck, Harry Potter, King Ghidorah, Ivan Drago, Black Widow, Superman, Obi-Wan, Inspector Gadget, Pinhead, Voltron, Link, and the Wolfman. My team, John McClane, who cannot die, Darth Vader, who is both good and bad, and the strongest Sith of all time, Jackie Chan, greatest martial artist ever, Mighty Mouse, the most amazing superhero of all time, Gandalf, who's the most powerful wizard of all time, King Kong, the biggest monkey of all time, Chong Li, the best karate villain of all time, Tony Stark, Iron Man, awesome, Robert Downey Jr., Wonder Woman, the most powerful DC superhero of all time, Ahsoka, the most powerful Jedi, Terminator, the most powerful futuristic time-traveling robot ever played by Arnold Schwarzenegger,
until Voltron steps on him.
The most movies out of all the horror movie people that we talked about, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, most movies of all the squads we've talked about, Sonic the Hedgehog, great movie, great video games, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Brody got Riggs, Emperor Palpatine, Chuck Norris, The Tick, Dumbledore, blank, Tick, blank, Godzilla, blank, Clubber Lang, blank, Nick Fury, blank. Batman!
Yes?
I'm coming to the fight!
Yes?
I'll be there in a week! Yoda, die he will fast. Iron Giant.
Fast? He was 900 years old,
Freddy. The Suicide Squad, half of which will be dead before the fight even starts. Samus.
Not the better.
And, of course, Dracula. Well, based on whoever was just reading those out, I think that Charlie's team completely won.
I don't know about that. I feel pretty
Yeah,
confident
I
in
don't
my
know
team.
about that either. What?
Oh, my team.
What'd
My
you
We're
say?
all surprised by that statement, Brody.
What? I have Batman. Batman means that I win everything because I have Batman.
No, Steve, because you said that you picked Ben Affleck Batman, and everybody knows that he is too stupid to chew gum and walk at the same time.
I did not say
And
that.
plus, you got
Bad
Nick Fury.
choice.
Batman and Nick
Bad
Fury kind of
choice.
redundant.
What? Nick Fury has all of Shield.
Batman and Nick
that he
Fury
can
kind of
call it.
redundant.
All of Shield.
Whoa! You don't get to call in friends. It's not like Tony Stark, Iron Man gets to like call in the rest of the Avengers. It's not like Hulk
Yeah,
gets
he
to
called
show up
him
just because I got Iron Man.
well.
Okay, well then Nick Fury can at least
Nick
drive
Fury
a
doesn't get the rest of the-
helicarrier over.
He can, and he can shoot a gun, and he's got a sweet eye patch. I love me some Nick Fury, but I'm just saying, like, he's got the resources, and Batman's got the resources. Like, you have the richest team, but you know, when it comes to a fight, Creature from the Black Lagoon's gonna take Batman's heart and just wear it.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. Charlie, come on. That's like the weakest person on your whole team.
Whoa! I mean, I would say John McClane, except that we all know he can't die. So there's that.
There is that.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he's the weakest. That's okay. But the weakest person on my team could kill Batman. That's all I'm saying.
I have Batman. I have Chuck Norris that can do anything. I have Emperor Palpatine who can just come back to life whenever he wants. I have Dumbledore who was the most powerful
true.
wizard.
Was.
He had the Elder Wand. I have Godzilla.
Couldn't even hang with Snape.
What? That's because he had
That's
an
a really
arrangement
pick.
with Snape. Spoilers for people that haven't read or watched the movies. That's because he had an arrangement with Snape. That was if it was just a duel between
Hey,
Dumbledore
whatever Snape,
and that, then it would have been completely different.
Snape and Dumbledore were doing the privacy of their rooms is their business. Whatever kind of arrangement they had, we're not here to judge. Good for them. I you know, get your wands off. But I'm just saying, Dumbledore, an old man.
All right,
He ain't no Gandalf. That's all I'm saying.
and I have Batman.
He's no Merlin either.
All right, Dylan.
Can we all agree that the most surprising pick of the night was Dylan taking Darkwing Duck as the #1 overall pick in that category?
That was surprising.
How is that?
That was surprising.
How is that surprising?
All right. Well, Dylan, do you have anything to say about your team?
Hey, let us know.
What's that?
Do you have anything to say about your team?
You took Dumbledore from me. I would have chosen him so quick. I think that my team would give you guys a good run. I had to make do with some of the things. I think Pinhead. I think he would come through in a pinch.
That's a good.
Yeah, I mean,
Pinhead's
you
a good
know,
pick.
I think some of my more powerful guys, Obi-Wan. I wouldn't have him
The
go
real
against Darth
downfall of
Vader,
your
but I
team
mean, I
is
certainly
just-
would have him go against almost anybody else on Brody's team, like Batman maybe, because Ben Affleck couldn't even say the word Dumbledore, or Merlin, or anything like that, or the Wolfman.
Well, and he'd be
Yeah,
fighting,
no,
and then someone would just say Martha, and then he would just stop. Martha!
Hey, I met this.
My
person
only
named
weakness is the
Martha
name
other
of
day.
my mom.
What?
So,
Oh.
All right. Well,
Voice modulator, I can't
Charlie,
have-
before you move on with that, I'm actually going to call a little audible. Okay, I am going to bring in a judge. I have blocked out whose picks are whose. I'm going to bring this person in who can look at our picks and decide who has the best team and decide who the winner is.
All right.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Is it fair? I don't know.
Is it
This
fair?
seems like it's rigged.
It's probably rigged.
Just based on who the person picking is. It's rigged.
All right. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm trying to pick a winning team. You guys are going to have to tell me, what am I looking at? So who is it down in the columns?
Yep, down the columns. So starting from Cobra, ending on Wolfman, John McClane to Creature of the Black Lagoon, and Riggs to Dracula.
All right.
From Riggs to Dracula would be an interesting book title. Maybe someday.
That would
Right?
be good. Yeah.
If you need any help picking a winner, I can just tell you which one to choose, if that would help.
Yes, but wait till after I choose, and then you can tell me.
Okay, all right. Okay, fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
All right, well, Dylan, while she's selecting,
Yeah, I have to look at these.
Right?
While she's taking her time, can you tell us a little bit more about who you're wearing tonight? Is that human hair, or is that you've done your reveals now? Can you tell the people more about
this actually is human hair. In fact, I have said countless times that if I'm ever going to wear fur, it'll be human.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Dylan is a vegan who only eats meat if it's human meat.
First off, I never said vegan, but vegetarian. Everything else is true.
Okay. Is there? I mean, because obviously cannibal is the name that we would ascribe to someone who eats human flesh, but is there a special
I
name
know where this is going.
for someone
and
who only eats human flesh and refuses to eat animal flesh?
They say you lose your mind, and you know what? Preposterous.
Like if Hannibal Lecter refused to eat like beef or chicken, is there a name for that? Like just human meat but no animal byproducts?
I'm having a hard time deciding.
Are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Veganibalism.
Vegan cannibal.
Veganibalism.
It isn't.
What?
It's
Right?
not.
Veganibal.
Veganibalism.
I like that. That's good. That's exactly right.
Right.
That's there. You go.
There's a movie there. I feel like maybe the zombie diet.
Dark movie. Is it the protagonist?
Well, if I may interrupt,
Maybe-
I think
maybe-
I have a
maybe-
selection.
Okay.
It's gonna be from Riggs to Dracula.
Oh, rigged.
What?
Rigged.
It must have
100%
been rigged.
rigged. Boo.
It must have been rigged.
100% rigged.
The reason being, Chuck Norris is awesome. Dumbledore is the ultimate. Godzilla is better than King Kong. It was a tough one on the Superhero Justice League because Wonder Woman kind of beats all. But
What?
Yep. I know. I gotta go with Riggs to Dracula. That's my favorite. Sorry.
And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go bring my wife in to pick my
Right.
column. And then, Dylan, you can bring your wife in to pick your column, and then we'll declare a winner. So
She's
It
already
sounds.
picked.
It
Well-
sounds fair.
yeah. Well, Brody has the worst of all the three teams, but we can call him the winner here tonight
They
because
say
he
you
gets
have
to
the
go
worst of all
home with
the
this
teams.
beautiful woman right here.
Oh, baloney.
So there you go.
Oh, baloney.
The worst of all the teams.
Thank you
But
for inviting me on the
don't-
podcast.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you, Amy.
I hope Road paid
don't
you a
Thank
lot.
you, sweetie.
He must have paid
You don't
a lot.
deserve her, bro. You don't.
Take
Someone who would
kids
come
to
on here
school or
and
something.
tell
I
such
don't know
a
what he's
lie,
gonna do, but
You
he's
know-
paying
you know
a
what
tell
lot.
such a
was?
bald-faced lie.
Oh man, she is a good picker. I tell you that.
Yeah, but she has better taste in men than she does in teams of heroes. But well, you let us know. You let us know all the reasons why Brody's team was the worst out of the three, and we will look forward to debating this in the future. Maybe we'll do another draft sometime. Dylan, thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Hey,
Yeah,
thank you
very
Dude,
much.
it was good to finally have you on, man. We
Thank
hope to
you.
see
It's
more of
great.
you.
Absolutely.
Can we get one
And
more
if
like
anybody
a hair
wants to,
hair tip?
Everything goes back to movies, and want to hear a podcast about movies, you take a look.
Yeah, everything
Listen.
goes back to movies. Make sure you find it on wherever you get your podcasts. They're great. They focus on one movie at a time. Where here at Talk Punch, we kind of spread things out a lot. They focus on a movie and they deep dive into that movie. Man, it's so much fun. So check it out.
Oh, thank you. Nice.
And for more content from us crazy guys, feel free to hit that like or subscribe button. And there are more choices below me. There are some options for those liking and subscribing bells below Brody and below Dylan. Who knows what there is, because I've never seen this format before. We love having you here. Thanks for joining us. My team was the best. We'll see you next time.
My wife chose differently. All right.
See you later, fellas.
Bye-bye.